Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. So welcome everybody who's in this room. Thank you for coming. I feel really blessed to be with these unbelievable instrumentalists who have been uplifting me in rehearsal and now are here for you and for you, wherever we are. If you're online, I believe Tanaz is greeting, and she put a link to this document with the concert order and some stuff that I will be referring to, so feel free to open that. For right now, we sing Min Hameitzar by Deborah Saxmans. If you know it, sing along with me. From a narrow place to a wide open place. Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. The text is on the second page, Min Hameitzar. We're going to talk about it a little, but let's just all get into the mood of chanting it, singing it. Let's hear our voices. Maybe the online audience will hear it. If you're at home, maybe you're with Jenny's baby who I was holding the other day. Maybe we're singing this as a lullaby to Sinan. Try it with us. Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. Hear you. One more time. Min Hameitzar. From a narrow place I called out, and God answered in a wide open place. One more time. Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia Min Hameitzar Karatia Anani V'Merchavia. I don't know about you, but my heart starts to open when I hear these mega talented musicians. It's amazing. So if you take a look, yes, we have a concert order because people always want to know how much time till the concert's over. That's why I did that. It's true, right? That's the only reason. But perhaps I was inspired by my Peloton workouts of my reps, and the fact that you learn more and your muscles learn more by repetitions. And so in looking at this theme, from a narrow place to a wide open space, I was thinking about this concept of spiritual repetitions. You could say that prayer is like that. You know, when we do Shabbat, and if you observe Shabbat, and especially if you pay attention to the liturgy, you learn with every time you say Shema, every time you say Ve'ahavta, you might learn something new. And so in the concert tonight, I wanted to focus on 5 themes that to me led from this narrow, constricted place in our lives, whether it was what we felt in the pandemic or, you know, there was life and there was some bad life before the pandemic, believe it or not. There are things that we have all gone through. And what are texts that we can look at? You know, at funerals, we always say, at times of grief, all we can do is turn to our ancient liturgy, because sometimes you can find answers there. So we turn to Min Hameitzar. If you see in distress, I called on the Lord answered me and brought me relief. The second part, Lev Tahor, fashion a pure heart for me, God. Create in me a steadfast spirit. Because I believe once we recognize the narrow place, then we have to open our hearts. We have to purify our hearts. Next, we look around and say, we're about to sing this, but surely Adonai is present in this place, and I didn't know it. We're going to come back to that in a second. And I think I found a mistake there, actually. And then I did find a mistake. I'm sorry. Number 4 is supposed to be Nachamu. We'll fix that. I'll fix it in post. If you look at the English for Nachamu, you will see Nachamu, number 4, Nachamu Ami, comfort and be consoled. Because even when we start to open our heart, even when we recognize there's God, we still need comfort. And then finally, Gesher Tsar Me'od, the world is a very narrow bridge. And the main part is to have no fear at all. We're going to talk about that further. But for right now, let's go back to God. We're gonna come back to Lev Tahor. We just did Min Hameitzar. In this first spiritual rep, we are going to God is here. Danny, did you know that? Yeah. This is Yesh Adonai B'Makom Hazeh by Cantor Ben Ellerin, and Jenny is going to be singing. Cantorial student, singer, violinist extraordinaire, certainly bringing God here tonight. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh. Achen yesh Adonai b'makom hazeh. Try it with us. should say my parents are here. So when I hear my dad say beautiful, then I know God is in this place. Because not that he's God, but God created my dad, and dad created, Now for that, I'm going to need some comfort later because I said my dad, not my mom. So, no. So for my mom, no. We sing Nachamu. So I should repeat that tonight we're doing 3 arcs, 3 spiritual reps. Again, starting Min Hameitzar and ending Geshet Zar Me'od. You probably could take all of these themes and put them in any way you want, depending on the day. Maybe you need comfort before God. Maybe you need, to not be overwhelmed, which is what we will talk about with Geshet Zar Me'od. But before you even recognize that you have a problem, maybe it helps to not be overwhelmed so you can recognize that you have a problem. We'll get there. So take a moment now. We're going to sing Nachamu by Cantor Lizzie Weiss. Yes, if you turn your page, look at number 4. The Hebrew is wrong, but the English is correct, which many people are probably looking at anyways. Comes from Isaiah 40, verse 1. Comfort and be consoled, my people. We've done this melody many times over the years leading up to High Holidays. And in High Holidays, it's for also a part of our Haftarah from Isaiah that starts with Nachamu, Nachamu. My people need to be comforted. My people need to be consoled. Thank you, Jenny. So, Nachamu. Shelter from above. Sing with me, Nachamu, 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 Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar. Let's do Nachamu again. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar Elohechem. Shelter us with peace. Guide us through the wilderness we see. Shelter us with love. Help us feel the shelter from above. One more time. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. Nachamu, Nachamu, Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. actually, that piece, as I said, was written by Cantor Lizzie Weiss, who's in Chicago. And we did it at the Out of the Darkness service that we did in November, which is the first time that I had worked with, well, not worked, but publicly worked with Danny. And Danny actually produced, and with Lori's help and everything, our intergenerational choir videos, which sounded amazing. So thank you, Danny. And I hope everybody gets to know him because he's awesome. A lot of people know Lori Black, our High Holiday music director, and just doing more and more at Temple Emanuel. And we are so blessed. And Elizabeth Yaron, who you often see on piano, like pretty much 3 times a month, 2 times a month. And then I said, introducing Jenny Asher. Almost Arab cantor in 4 years. But still, she's in process. Okay, so we started, this as a reminder of our, repetitions. We haven't even started the real repetitions. But we started Min Hameitzar, from narrowness and openness. We talked about this Lev Tahor, create a pure heart within me. We recognized God. We talked about comfort. And this first repetition ends with Gesher Tzar Me'od. This one by Alana Arian, who many of you, raise your hand now if you know who Alana Arian is, please. Okay. Yes. So Alana, also, if you watched Rabbi Aaron's 25th anniversary gala, she's the amazing talent that walked out on the bima and made Rabbi Aaron cry, which was my goal. So I knew it would happen, and he surprised her and wrote a song. We surprised Rabbi Aaron, and she wrote the song. Did I say I wrote it? No, he said. Thank you. But it's interesting because Gesher Tzar Me'od, if you all will take a moment and look at that Hebrew, Kol ha'olam kulo Gesher Tzar Me'od v'ha'ikar lo lefached klal. So I grew up at Camp Swig. We sang this all the time, and poor us probably had no idea what it meant. I mean, we sang it with such fervor. And then you look at the text and you're like, the whole world is a narrow bridge, and the main thing is to have no fear at all. I mean, great, but you're 8 and you're like, yeah, this is you're singing it like it's Rabbi Aaron, we've talked about this a lot, but the whole world is a narrow bridge. Here you are facing the world, and you feel like, you have to work within constraints, and everything is so tight around you, or you're maybe burdened by restrictions in your life. But then this says the main thing, it's really reflexive, is it's not just to have no fear at all. How do you have no fear? So what I like to say is to not fear it yourself, to overwhelm yourself with fear. Because fear is going to happen in our life. But as you're walking down that bridge and you're looking around, if you overwhelm yourself with fear, you're going to fall off, right? And so we're going to sing 3 Gesher Tzar Me'ods tonight, and they all have this spirit of just energy and a very happy focus, even though there's fear around us and scariness around us. So this is the first one, of course, by Alana Arian. Gesher Tzar Me'od, the whole world is a narrow bridge, but the main thing is to not overwhelm yourself with that fear. Ve'ha'ikar, lo lefached klal. Ve'ha'ikar, lo you're trying to not overwhelm yourself. Kol ha'olam kulo, kol ha'olam kulo, Gesher Tzar Me'od, ve'ha'ikar, on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side. The most important thing is on the other side of fear. Take it away, guys. Like a trainer. I couldn't even, I was like a coach. If I was a trainer, I'd be like, 1 rep done. You're like, what? 1 rep done? But it's true. So we have to do it 2 more times. But we'll twist, at least we're not doing the exact same song. There'll be a lot of people who'd say you should do the exact, like, what if I had just done that for the concert? Yeah. That'd have been great. Just the same 5 songs times 3? No? Okay. All right. So, like, it's interesting that, every time you sing a song, you discover something new. And, like, how do we get there? Like, it's easy enough to So we take a deep breath and we start over again. Noah Aronson wrote this on Naney. I have always loved it. And I'll give you a little hint, which is that the third rep, we'll do Rabbi Aaron's Min Hameitzar from an Arrow Place that he wrote for our theme this year. But this time, we're going to do this one, another take on Min Hameitzar. The first one that we did was Deborah Saxman's, and it was more like a chant. This one is sort of too. So let's see how this goes. We're up to Haneni by Noah Aronson. Answer me, Aneni, 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 Min Hameitzar, Karatia, Isn't it interesting hearing like each artist's take on the text? Yeah. You have to like go back and watch this and then compare all three Hameitzars and see which one you like best. I don't know. I like all of them because that's why I chose these melodies. The truth is, sometimes preparing for these like concerts are not that hard because it's music that I have loved, that I've discovered over the last year or something like that. And I do have to say this next piece. So we talked about Lev Tahor, create a pure heart within me. I will share a secret, which is that Danny and Lori and I sat with another cantor, a wonderful friend, last Tuesday and started a music collaboration. And in anticipation for this concert, well, Lori's very responsible and Danny's really responsible. And they were like, bring something so we have something to collaborate on, you know, because I just show up and order the food. Right? Am I right, Lori?
No, I mean, no.
Okay, but I did have Lev Tahor. And Lori had a beautiful nigun that he had written, and together we made magic, but we're not allowed to share it yet. So, but we will. And Jenny, Liz, everyone's going to be part of this, so get ready to hear it. But instead, so it was interesting as I was on this journey of Lev Tahor. If you go back to your sheets, we're on number 2. I forget, there's reps, and then there's sets, arcs. Oh, arcs, you're right. My dad's right. But if you look at number 2, Lev Tahor, fashion a pure heart for me, God, create in me a steadfast spirit. What's interesting is this was on my mind as I was trying to create this prophet. And as I looked at Psalm 51, I remembered that just about 7 verses later is Adonai Sephatai, which is how we open the Amidah. God, open my heart, open up my heart so that my lips may declare your praise. And just that combination of open up my heart, which is what we ended up doing in this new song that I'm teasing about because we can't sing it right now. We promised our friend not to do it, right? But that you have to open your heart so that you can be in the place to pray. Or to see things in a different way. Again, it goes back to that bridge. You ended the set and then you go back and you recognize, you get to the other side and you're like, oh man, still have problems, right? Like the fears over there. The most important part is to get to the other side and then you start all over again. These are the problems that I have. So we're going to lean in this song, Petach Libi B'Toratecha. Many of you have heard this before because it is one of the most beautiful melodies I feel like I've ever heard. We've done it for high holidays many times, but any chance that I have an opportunity, because it helps me open my heart, I will. This is text I wrote here. Petach Libi is actually found in Elohai Netzor, which is a text we use to close the Amidah. Where we kind of say, okay, God, I've put all my words out there. Are they acceptable to you? So open my heart to your Torah, to your words. This is Petach Libi by Noam Katz. It's in the Lev Tahor category. Rep. Petach libi b'toratecha, Petach libi b'toratecha, uve'mitzvotecha, uve'mitzvotecha, teardrop nafshi, aseh leman shemecha, aseh leman yaminecha, aseh leman kedushatecha, aseh leman yeratecha. Let's stay in that warm, gooey place and move on to Nachamu. Again, comfort us. Another Nachamu. Also another beautiful melody by Alana Arian. Just sometimes these melodies just feel like they exist long before the text even did in some ways. This one feels like it for sure. So we're on, again, number 4. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Elohechem. Nachamu with us. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle with this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle to take care of one another. Comfort us in our wilderness. Comfort us as we struggle in this world. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami Yomar Eloheichem. Yes, I knew I moved something. I'm sorry. Hold on one second, everyone. I was just thinking, I don't know if anyone else got this vision as we were talking about walking across the bridge, and I always think about, I don't know, I have never been to Costa Rica, but if you're like on those little, people go, what's it called? My dad's looking at me. Dad, you never took me to Costa Rica, so I don't know. Suspension bridge, exactly. I was thinking of zip lines. Oh. Vancouver is not here.
No, I know.
Okay.
You don't have to go all the way to Costa Rica.
Oh, okay. Mimi says we do not have to go to Costa Rica to get a suspension bridge. Where's the closest one? Washington? I bet there is one.
But the LA River.
That's the closest thing we get. But I was thinking, when you think of that concept of walking over the bridge, don't you think of wilderness? And then we are singing like Nachamu, and the words are like, comfort us in our wilderness. I don't know, everything gets very, I don't know how to say it, like relevant. I just think about all these themes. Speaking of relevant or not, earlier I talked about going to Camp Swig and the Gesher Tsar Me'od, that you would just like dance and dance and dance and dance, and you have no idea what you're singing, but you still dance, and you have this like spirit. We were rehearsing earlier, and this is the perfect time to say thank you to Jew and... Does that happen all the time? Lou and Judy Rudsky, whose home we are in right now. That's amazing. You put your names together and you get Jew. I mean, literally. Judy and Lou, you get Jew. It was meant to be. And they were definitely dancing up and down to this Gesher Tsar Me'od. So this is the one that I grew up with by Baruch Chet. If you know it, dance around. Where's Rita when I need her? She better come dancing in. Rita, this is for you. I think you'll like it. You're going to be on camera walking through dancing because I just told everybody that you would be. Come on. I'm joking. You're fine. So again, the whole world is a very narrow bridge, and the most important part is to not overwhelm ourselves with fear. I'm going to stick to that. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo. That's my favorite part. Gesher Tzar Me'od. I brought him in just for that. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Here we go. If you're at camp, you know how to do this. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Ooh, now I feel like I'm in the jungle. Gesher Tzar Me'od. We get to do it one last time, and then I'm not. Cut me off. Kol ha'olam kulo. Gesher Tzar Me'od. Ooh. Gesher Tzar Me'od. That was going to be so fun. Oh my goodness. We're going to do that every Shabbat from now on. Yeah. Okay. So look, how do you feel after 2 repetitions? Sets. Dad, what are they called? Sets? No, not arcs. I know, not the word that I came up with. Fine, 2 arcs. You know, like when you're working out and you have repetitions and you have sets. So we've done 2 sets. We've done 2 sets. Circuit training. Circuits. I called them arcs. Right, smaller, and then we let it grow. I feel energized. Like it just goes to show that if you keep doing I can walk across the suspension bridge. Is that what you're talking about, the suspension bridge? It's shaky. Yeah, I know. I wish I could tell you that I've been on one, but I haven't. I never got to do that stuff. But maybe it's better because I'm alive still. I went on the zip line. Oh, I have no... Oh, my goodness. My mom said, you went to Jewish summer camp. You were on a zip line. They did not have zip lines at Camp Swig.
Yeah, but it was on the ground and you walked.
Exactly.
It was safe.
I think the last time I was on a zip line was like, what do they call my gym? When I was like 3.
I always like the foam pit.
Foam pit. Okay. So, just, now I got everybody too excited, but we're ready for our third arc. If this is a reason to be in the room, because you could hear Mimi and Connie talking about the suspension bridges. Anyway, so if you recall, we've had themes. Ahava was, 4 years ago. Love, that was love. 2 years ago, the first year of the pandemic, I hate to say it that way, was Patach Libi, open up my heart. Open up my heart, open up my soul. I should have brought that. Well, maybe I'll give it to you. And then this year was Min Hameitzar. It was kind of interesting when Rabbi Aaron and all of us sat down to choose this theme, because it was unfortunate. If you remember, we were thinking we were on our way out, and then Delta happened, and it was very purposeful that we chose from a narrow place, because it felt like we had started to make progress, and then all of a sudden, go back to your, how do we do that? So, tonight is certainly, I wish I would have known tonight what I knew 2 years ago. I think that would have helped me get through the quarantine, or through the pandemic, which we're still dealing with. But this piece by Rabbi Aaron is the inspiration for an entire theme this year. So, from a narrow place. Again, if you know it, please sing with us. Based on, we're back to we're on Arc 3, Rep 1. No.
Whatever.
Yeah. I need to get up on Rep 1. Step 1. Thank you, Rita. Step 1. Okay. Min Hameitzar Karatia, Min Hameitzar Karatia, Min Hameitzar Karatia, Min Hameitzar Karatia. Hanani bravo to Rabbi Aaron, who, I mean, maybe everyone might have a little bit more almost appreciation for what each of these composers really brings to this text, because that was the third Min Hameitzar that you've heard, and I would definitely say that it's very different than the others. So for this rep, you can see we're almost done. I can't believe it. If you go to the last page, the fourth page, this is Lo Vashamayim, another song, by no surprise, by Alana Arian. And when I listened to her CD that came out just a few months ago, it's called The Other Side of Fear, but very appropriate for tonight. This song just struck me. And is it like the most, is it fit into exactly one of these categories? Not necessarily. But I wrote my take on it. Lo Vashamayim, this text is... I can stand here and tell you to do the work, to listen to what I have to say, in the same way the Israelites could stand there and say and just believe that they had to do what Moses told them to do, or for us to live on this planet every day and just believe that I was certainly brought up in a world where you do things to make the world a better place. I don't know that everybody was brought up in that just part of existence, but I definitely was. And so my take on this is it's not too hard. It's not beyond your ability to comprehend what I'm asking, to choose life, to choose mitzvot. The choice is closer to you. That's what this text, and I gave you the entire text so that you could take a look through. If you look at the second part of it, Lo Vashamayim Hi, it's not in the heavens that you should say, who among us can go up to the heavens and get it for us and impart it to us that we may observe? You have to read this whole thing, but it's basically saying this idea, this concept is not way up in the heavens. It's close to you. So there is, of course, appropriate English in this. Take a listen to Alana's interpretation, and I think it is absolutely a way to allow yourself to open up. Lo Vashamayim, Lo Vashamayim, Lo Vashamayim Hi, Lo Vashamayim, Ki Karov Lachem Meod. Lo Vashamayim, Lo Vashamayim, Lo Vashamayim Hi, Lo Vashamayim, Ki Karov Lachem. In the time of our asking questions beyond words, in the time of our singing songs that won't be heard, it is not beyond the sea, it is not a world apart, it is in your mouth, it is in your Thanksgiving, when blessings flow like rain, in a time of our healing, in a time where hope remains. It is not beyond the sea, it is not a world apart, it is in your mouth, it is in your Lo Vashamayim, Thank you. So as we keep going up this arc, keep going, towards Gesher Tzar Me'od again, there's one more text, kind of falls into the Lev Tahor, but I actually wanted to take what Noah Aronson wrote about this next piece, Nadav Libam. Another piece. Sometimes you listen to these new albums and pieces just, you're like, oh, I love that so much, and then they become appropriate. The appropriate time to sing them just appears. And so this is one of those moments. Nadav Libam. So when the Israelites were instructed to build the tabernacle in the desert, God reminds them that everyone brings their own unique gifts to create sacred spaces. I'll say, as we are walking down that bridge, sometimes we know something's on the other side, but we just lose sight of what we're bringing to this world. So everybody has everybody has unique gifts to create these sacred spaces. Nadav Libam, it's the gifts of the heart that speak the loudest and the longest. This is Nadav Libam. It's from Exodus 35. וכל אישה אשר נדב ליבם אותם כל איש וכל אישה אשר נדב ליבם נדב ליבם אותם נדב ליבם אותם אשר נדב ליבם אותם כל איש וכל אישה אשר נדב ליבם נדב ליבם אותם נדב ליבם אותם הביאו את תשומת אדוני Love that piece. Thank you, Jenny, and everyone. Oh my gosh, so we've come to the end of this concert. First of all, Daniel Tater, who is so busy, and he makes my heart, you open my heart, Dan. He's like, thanks, let's finish. Okay. But thank you for turning this into a studio. You know how much that you mean to me, and to everybody out there who's watching, and I'm watching the comments, thank you. Thank you, Lou and Judy. I said it right this time. I want to thank Jenny. I want to thank, Tanaz for greeting, Jenny for just coordinating, getting everything here tonight, everybody at the temple, everyone who came here to bear the cold and the COVID and show up. Thank you very much. And one more big round of applause for Danny, Lori, I'm just doing crochet, Elizabeth, and Jenny Asher. Oh, she got a last name, I'm sorry. And thank you. Listen, I had so much fun. I actually, Cantor Anchor sent me a text in the middle. It popped up and it said, "You're such a riot," or something like that. But the truth is, if Perrine is watching this one, her exact words are, "You are a pistol." Okay. So I'm sorry that I keep bringing up my dad. We will walk out and my dad will be like, "You had a lot of fun, didn't you?" That's what he'll say. Like if I complain that I'm tired, he'll be like, "But you had a lot of fun," right? Yeah. Anyway, we're going to close this out. This is a Gesher Tzar Me'od by Yosef Goldman. You guys heard it at Sacred Sounds Unbound. I would love just a plea for everyone to keep support our music, support the music of these unbelievable artists who wrote all this music within the last really couple of years. Almost all this music is new. And if you're interested in continuing to support a night like this, Dan, am I looking at that camera? Yeah. Give me an email. Send me an email and please be a part of the music program at Temple Emanuel. So, this is going to be so fun. You're going to have to get up and dance. Okay, someone's going to have to start it. Here we go. Kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od kol ha'olam hu gesher tzar kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od kol ha'olam hu gesher tzar me'od kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od kol ha'olam hu gesher tzar kol ha'olam kulo gesher tzar me'od kol ha'olam hu gesher והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם גשר צר כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד. As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not be afraid, knowing you are with me. As I walk along this very narrow bridge, I will not fear, knowing you are here. והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד והעיקר לא לפחד כלל, לא לפחד כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר צר כל העולם כולו גשר צר מאוד כל העולם הוא גשר. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm just giving you a hug. Thank you, everyone. Yes.